Hi folks, how you doing? Hope you're all well. It's been a while, and it's been a while because I have had, well, not had flu. That's an exaggeration. I've had a bit of a chesty cough and a cold and this, that, and the other. So I haven't been doing a lot, and we've still had lots of rain. Really, I had 2 days of frost down the allotment, which I managed to get a few things done, but it's back to being like the Somme again and muddy and this, that, and the other. I had a load of bark delivered, and I'm just trying to get through that. But it's just a really quick one, really, and I'll get to it. I might waffle on more in a minute. But cutting a long story short, I am hoping to be live this weekend, possibly Friday, maybe even Saturday night, maybe even both. Going to do a nice live in front of the Christmas tree. Going to get some beers and whiskies on the go. Going to talk about gardening, the allotment, everything else. Going to do all that kind of thing, really. I've got a gardening book which I'm going to show you, which is another one for the reading list. Yeah, gonna have an interesting chat with you all. So if you are about this weekend, keep a lookout for my live chats. Like I said, I possibly will do two, Friday and Saturday, but I will definitely be doing one. What else have I got to talk about? Yeah, just talk about some plans for next year. Talk about plans for over Christmas, and basically just have a good old chin wag, because it's been far too long, folks. It's been far too long that we've had a good old chin wag. And what with the flood down the allotment, what with the rubbish weather, what with... Oh, hello, someone's just popped in. How you doing? Sorry, I just literally caught that at the last second. But what with... Hey, man with the hat, how you doing? And Ashley from Australia, how you doing? Hope you're all good. Yeah, so a couple of lives coming up this weekend. Fingers crossed. Definitely will be one live, possibly two. Just gonna have a chat. Hopefully you should have some beers and some whiskies or cups of tea if you abstain, and we can all have a good old chin wag together. So any questions, then let me know over the weekend. But it's been a manic autumn, really. It's just been a super wet autumn. I've done no metal detecting this autumn, simply because the fields have been like the Somme. We've had 3 or 4 rallies have been cancelled, and then other ones that I've just not been able to get onto because of various commitments and this, that, and the other. And just look out the window now. Look at that. More rain. So much rain. Yeah, there will be a poor signal, mate. It's because I'm sitting in the car. But hopefully it comes through slightly. If not, I'll do another one when I get home. But yeah, hey ho. It is what it is. And hopefully this weather sorts itself out. And hopefully we get some frosts and not just rain. Maybe even some snow, because at least you can get things done then, can't you? Wobbly Bob, how you doing, mate? Hope you're alright. How's the signal now? Signal okay? Just pop me a quick message up if the signal's okay. Just say signal's fine. Keeping the phone still. I'm right by the library, so I'm hoping to piggyback some of their Wi-Fi. Good. That's cool. That's fine. There's no point waffling on if you can't hear me. Yeah, so I won't move the phone then. It seems to be perfect on the steering wheel, but as you can see out the window, it's pouring down the rain. Yeah, so where was I? It's been Jim from California. How you doing? I bet you haven't had this rubbish weather, have you? No, but I can't deal with the wind and rain. It's so windy today in Shropshire. Driving here to the library, went past some traffic lights, and the traffic lights, big rigid metal poles, were actually moving from side to side in the wind. It was crazy, but you just can't get anything done in this weather. I find everything gets wet. It's all muddy. It's all rubbish. No point even doing anything down the allotment in this mud. You just make everything worse. I can't see the point in metal detecting when it's like this, simply because it's just so muddy and horrible, and it's squelchy, and most of my fields are just rubbish when it's lots of rain. And we've had so much rain. It's not just a little British sprinkle. I mean, parts of my allotment are still like 6 inches puddles and stuff, and some of the farmers' fields are rubbish. And I really, really missed not metal detecting this autumn. Really missed it. So I was really hoping for a few frosts, just to dry the ground out a bit. Donington, you were sectioned there back in 1987. No way. Yeah, I'm a Donington lad. Yeah, Donington lad. I used to live behind a pub that's now been knocked down called the Champion Jockey, and if you were a squaddy, I bet you drank in the Champion Jockey, didn't you? You probably drank in the same pub as my mom. And bearing in mind, my mom was a single mom. You could be my dad. I'm joking. But yeah, so what could I say? You drank in all of them, yeah. Do you know, mate? I take this right. There's not a single pub in Donington anymore. It's God's honest truth. All the pubs in Donington are now either been knocked down or closed, or either turned into houses or being turned into flats. There's not one pub in Donington anymore. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. In fact, the only place you can get a beer outside of an off licence in Donington now is there is a place called the Wendy House, and that is like a bowling club, a social club, and you have to be a member. But it's not, anyone can join, but you can't just walk in off the street now and get a pint in Donington. Crazy, considering it's a barrack town and it used to be filled with squaddies, and there was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 pubs around here when I was growing up. There's not one. Crazy. But we could talk about the decline of pubs all day, couldn't we? Lost my train of thought then. Oh yeah, and I haven't done any fishing because, as I've told you before, I'm a fair weather fisherman. So I've just been trying to get through this crappy autumn, really, and it has been crappy near me. Yeah, the depot's still there, mate. It is still there. It's just had a big expansion because it's been turned into some Ministry of Defence medical centre. I think it's where they're going to store all the bandages and drugs and all this kind of stuff like that. So they've just had a lot of investment. But a lot of the old army houses have been put for sale and are owned by the public. I mean, some of the officers' houses were sold off a few years ago. Yeah. Take care, Mr. Hat. All the best, mate. As always, nice speaking to you. So yeah, it's been a rubbish one. I've not enjoyed this autumn. I like autumn. It's not my favourite season, but it's been pants. I think it's been pants. It's just been wet. You can't do anything in the wet. It's just annoying. No way. Yeah, I can remember that fire because, like I said, my house was behind the Champion Jockey, and I can remember that fire growing up as a kid. I don't think I suffered any damage from it. I know some people in the area got asbestos poisoning from that fire. There was an inquest and this, that and the other. I seem to remember growing up, but no, we were told to stay indoors and we stayed indoors. I think there were some kids that ended up playing in the ash on the SO field and they ended up getting asbestosis, something like that. Yeah, I remember that fire. There's also, wasn't there a IRA plot or something that happened here in the late 80s or 90s? I remember going to school in Donington. Most schools had like a fire drill. We used to have fire drill and bomb drill, which was obviously being close to an army base during the Troubles. Obviously there was no Islamic terrorists back then, so well, there was, but there wasn't in the UK. But yeah, we used to get a bomb drill at school, and we were told what to do in case there was a coded warning and all the rest of it. Because I always remember fire drill was using the tennis courts. So you'd go out of school and you file up and have your register taken on the tennis courts. And then bomb drill was you go to the far side of the playground as far away from the school as possible. Yeah. Kids nowadays have no idea about like the Troubles and this, that and the other. But yeah, if you lived in a barrack town like I did during the 80s and 90s, yeah, bomb drill at school. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. See, the Americans would have you believe that terrorism only happened at 9/11, but most of us Brits will tell you that terrorism has been happening for a lot longer before then, and we had to put up with several years of having the shit blown out of us by the IRA. Yeah, anyway, I digress. So yeah, rubbish autumn really, but we're getting there. Just can't wait for proper winter to set in. I want some frosts. I want some proper frosts so I can get a few jobs done and I'm not squelchy underfoot. We had a couple of heavy frosts recently and it was nice because the lads from the wood chip tree surgeons that give me the wood chip, they managed to get the wagon down there and dumped me some wood chippings. I just got a bar of that down the plot now. But then the third day they came, we had no frost and it rained like this, and they got the wagon stuck. And so I kind of kiboshed that, so I can't really have any more deliveries for a few weeks. But hey, it is what it is, isn't it? Kingdom of Mercy can't find any live links. Mate, yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not on the committee or the secretary or anything, but I know we've got a Christmas rally this weekend. So we're still an active club. But as for new members, I don't know, mate. Maybe they've taken the website link down, so it's just private only, not public. But it did have a name change a year ago. It went from Kingdom of Mercia Metal Detecting Club to Kings of Mercia Metal Detecting Club, because I think one of the founding members left, and there was a bit of internal politics, and the club went in a separate direction. But yeah, no, as far as I'm aware, it's still live. There's a forum. It was the other day because I signed myself up for the Christmas rally. And obviously Boo it still runs it with a few other guys. So yeah. As far as I'm aware, mate, as of a week ago, but I'm not an expert in that, mate. Like I said, I don't get on with the ins and outs with it. I just turn up and do my bit. Yeah, look for Kings. It's definitely on Facebook. On Facebook, it's a hidden page though, because it's members only. And I don't want to give you the link to it in case we're not supposed to. I don't know what that is. But there's definitely a forum, and the forum was Kings of Mercia Metal Detecting. So, yeah, check that one out. If not, tell you what, Wobbly Bob, email me, mate, and I'll find out for you. Email me at Ross Minton, RossMinton 2002 at yahoo.co.uk. That's my general spam email that I give to people. You can pause this video later and rewind it and stuff. Email me your details, and what I can do is I can find out for you, mate, and see if they're still taking on new members. And then if they are, I'll get somebody to send you some details or something. Hope that helps. Right, I just missed a message, so just bear with me a second. Here we go. Am I feeling better, Rachel? Yeah, no, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Not too bad at all. I've still got a bit of you probably hear it in my voice, bit of a dry throat, and I was coughing a good one yesterday, but I'm getting there slowly. I was out of the house today, but I've had my snood on to keep my throat warm. So, yeah, I'm all right. I'll see how I am tomorrow. It seems to be that if I think I'm better, I go and do something, and then I get worse. So the proof of the pudding will be in tomorrow's eating. And if I wake up tomorrow and I'm not coughing, then I know I'm on the mend. But I had to go and get chicken food today because I was out basically. And excuse me. Yeah, I had to go and get chicken food today because I was out, and the last day before, the chickens were fed on just scraps. Literally what I scraped out of the bottom of the food bin, threw in some kale leaves, and they were perfectly fine. They had more than enough to eat, but I just felt guilty, so I had to pop out today and get more chicken food. Excuse me. What else have I been up to? Not a fat lot, really. We put the Christmas tree up at home, so again, that should be nice for the nice little live on the weekend. But other than that, it's just been getting over this and trying to deal with the water situation down the allotment. I mean, the allotment is drying out, but so wet, it's untrue, so wet. There was something else I was going to mention, and I can't think what it was. No, there was one more thing, but I will mention it now because it might encourage a few people to log in on the weekend. But my plan, and it's a sneak preview for next year, and some of you who follow me on Twitter might have seen it, is I want to get a van, and I want to take my Grow Your Own Life, get my words out, I want to take my Grow Your Own Life vlogs on the road a bit. And I want to kind of encourage more people to get outside, and especially people with disabilities, and I want to do some activities, and I would like to be able to go to different places up and down the UK, and talk to people about gardening, metal detecting, about fishing, about mental health, about disability, about getting outside, have a brew with people, have like a mini vloggy podcast thing, and see how it goes from there. But I currently can't afford a van, and I have a battered up old car. You plant rice, yeah, I might do. I have a battered up old car which desperately needs to be changed. This is the family car. Obviously, I don't take this down the allotment or anything like that because it just gets trashed. So I am trying to crowdfund myself a van on GoFundMe, and I'm going to do a video about what I intend to do, about links and this, that, and the other, because I've worked it out that if I can get 1,000 people to donate me the price of a pint or a price of a cup of coffee from Starbucks or something, I can get a vlogging van together where I can go up and down the country and I can talk to people about some like positive issues, basically. And we can help everyone out. We can do all sorts of things, and we can talk about mental health, talk about men's issues, talk about disability issues, talk about gardening, metal detecting, all that kind of thing. I also want to interview an archaeologist this year, or next year, should I say. I want to I want to see the pros and the cons of metal detecting. So ideally, I want to talk to 2 archaeologists. One is for metal detecting, one is against metal detecting. I want to find out the truth and see what the fake news is, and see about why some of us hate us, some of them like us. I want to talk to people about fishing. I want to talk about the state of the rivers. I want to talk about the angling trust. I want to talk about the fishing license and the fishing season and everything like that. So I want to talk to people in the angling trust, people who fishing. I want professional fishermen, fishing coaches, and then obviously gardening. I want to talk to allotmenteers mainly, and vegetable growers, and I want to talk to people who go outside just to get recharge their batteries. What people that grow window boxes full of salad, to people who grow full small holdings and raise their own meat. I want to talk to everybody, and just encourage a few more people to get a little bit active really, and do something, because I think that we live in a society at the moment where we lock ourselves away, and it's quite easy to do that with the internet and Netflix and everything else. I mean, when I was made redundant, I really struggled with my own mental health, because I felt that because I wasn't working and I was claiming disability benefit and this, that and the other, that it wasn't right for me to go out and enjoy myself or live my life. And I thought that if I went outside, I was some kind of fraud. And it really played on me from years and years of working to doing that. So I want to kind of get it out there that you haven't got to lock yourself away, that just because you've got a disability, just because you've got anxiety or whatever else, probably the best thing to do is not lock yourself away and not just rely on the internet and Netflix and everything else for your social interaction, but get out there and talk to people, volunteer, do something. So that's it really. So that's a small snippet. Say small snippet. I've been going for 18 minutes already. Small snippet of what I would like to do on the weekend and next year. So please keep an eye out, and I will try and go live on probably on Friday or Saturday evening, maybe even both, and I will try and do it at approximately 8 to 8:30 British time, GMT. So yeah, 8 to 8:30 roughly. Keep an eye out for me. I will post something online to remind everyone, but hopefully I will see you the weekend. So I'm going to shoot now, because I've got to pick my other half up from work, because she is currently working down the road, and I need to get moving. Oh, AM or PM? It'll be in the evening. Yeah, when the kids have gone to bed, and I can crack open the whiskey. So yeah, that's the plan. So keep an eye out. But I will post something I will post something on Twitter, and I will post something on YouTube in the next 24 hours, just to remind everyone and anyone who doesn't see this that I will be going live on the weekend. So, okay, folks, quick one from my car that ended up not being very quick. But until then, take care. See you the weekend. And if you can't pop over the weekend to one of my lives, have a wonderful Christmas. I very much doubt there'll be any vlogs between now and Christmas, simply because of the weather situation, and I'm not doing a lot other than feeding the chickens and tidying, and they'll be boring as hell. So, right, I'm going to shoot. Take care. As always, it's been a pleasure. And if you don't subscribe and you're just here, please subscribe. That'll be ace. Thank you very much. Figure out how to turn this damn thing off now. See you, folks. See you, Jim. See you, Rachel. See you, Wobbly Bob. See you, everybody. Man with the hat. Who else is in here? Phil. Yeah, see you all, and all take care, and thank you for dropping along. Cheers, guys.